Welcome back. You're watching Money, Money, Money. You earn, you spend, you save. Well, that's the natural progression for most people, at least.
Except for people like Sumaira, who can spend even before they earn.
Oh, I wish, Lata, that was the case.
Okay, no, earn. I can see that should be the first pillar of money. So, well, can a personal finance guy really help you think about earn? How can he really make you earn more?
Yes, to a great extent. And there are two ways. So there are two ways we earn. One is because of our own efforts, so our own occupations. You could be doing a job or a professional, you could be in a business. And secondly, obviously, if we have investments, that's going to generate you returns. Now, a personal finance person can help you both. So when it comes to earning from your own occupation, maybe structuring your paycheck in a manner which is more tax efficient. Or many professions don't even take legitimate deductions where they would have spent money and they are entitled for deductions. So eventual money in your pocket, more money in your pocket, that's also a personal finance person can earn.
Fair point. So you will help us design our paychecks.
That can happen. And
Nilesh, can a personal finance guy really help you earn?
See, in this whole equation of earn, spend and save, you forgot one important thing, which is invest.
Okay.
A good saver is not necessarily a great investor. I know of a friend of mine who saved money to buy a 4-bedroom hall kitchen apartment, and he kept on negotiating with the builders for the right price. And that money was invested in liquid funds and bank deposits and so on and so forth. I mean, over a period of time, his requirement might have remained at 4 BHK, but his capability came down to 2 BHK because he was a good saver, but he couldn't invest properly. So the financial planner will be able to add value of earning to the person by making him a good investor.
Fair enough. But Sumaira, you have other plans also to help people in this show earn more. You're going to give them ideas for retirement jobs. Is that also part of the show?
That's true, actually. You know, Lata, our intention at least is to focus on a wide array of topics. So we'll talk about what you can do once you retire, not just planning for your retirement. We'll talk about how you can go perhaps on a good holiday, how you could save for it, how you can, like Nilesh mentioned, invest better. And, you know, a lot of avenues, because most of the people I've spoken with, they just want to know about mutual funds. But there is, you know, such a wide basket of funds, and you'd agree with me that today, if someone wants to invest, the ideas are plenty.
Sumaira and our guests want to talk more about the next earn, save. Okay. Gaurav, is the order right? Should I say save or should I say spend first?
well, what people do is spend. What they should be doing is save. So, I mean, let's get things clear. Conceptually and logically and for your benefit, it should be from earning, set aside something. Robert Kiyosaki talks about paying yourself first, because when we earn, we end up paying everybody. So we pay credit card bills and electricity utility bills, and those we are paying somebody else. Ideally, pay yourself, which means set aside money, ideally invest, and then spend whatever the residual is. So yes, what happens is earn, spend, and then save, but ideally it should be earn, first save, and then whatever is residual, spend.
Okay, you know, I have to admit over here, Nilesh, I'll admit to you that, you know, I'm a proud tax-paying citizen of this country, but I'd be just as proud if I paid half the taxes. But tell me, how can I make my money earn for me? How can I make that money work better for me?
So there are various ways. I mean, here in India, either you could become a farmer or you could become an equity investor, because only these two people have tax-free income. Now, 70% of India's population is probably in farming-related job, and 0.07% of India's population is equity investor. So that's one way of looking at things. The second thing is, you know, related to your taxable income vis-a-vis tax-free bond income. So there are so many people who put money in fixed income instruments and pay 30% tax on it, but they won't invest in tax-free bonds because it carries market risk. So effectively, you have to plan your investments in a manner whereby your post-tax return is maximized. Many times people look at pre-tax return without considering the effect of post-tax.
Okay. How should one think about saving? You said that first you save and then you start deciding how much you will spend. How will I decide how much I should save? How do I know what I will need, you know, when I retire?
So I spoke about setting up financial goals. Now, I just spoke vaguely about that, but if we get into it, all of us have responsibilities and dreams, and we need to start prioritizing those. So if these are my responsibilities, these are my dreams, and for that I want to set aside the important responsibilities, the near-term responsibilities, because based on that, those technical words like asset allocation and, vehicle, which I'm sure the show will cover at a later date. Those things will get decided. So saving, investing, everything should be aligned to your condition, which is your responsibility and your dreams.
Basically, the way you advise your clients is first write down your goals.
Absolutely.
Some of which are responsibilities,
some of them are dreams.
Which are dreams. And then you start...
Then you prioritize it, and then you pick and choose, because there's always going to be this dilemma. Should I spend now, or should I save now? Because, either of it is going to kind of, somewhere there's going to be delayed gratification, prolonged gratification. Somewhere it's like, oh, but will I be able to enjoy my wealth? Or somewhere, no, but I want that security. So all that will get more easier once you articulate it and you're kind of seeing some kind of tangible return, that you're doing a journey, you're walking on a journey of reaching those destinations. At the same time, you are splurging and enjoying whatever you want to.
Nilesh, almost no one in our country, and I speak from personal experience, at least no one in my house ever accounts for inflation when they need to invest or plan for a goal which is way into the future. Do you really, is it really that crucial for us to be accounting for that as well?
Absolutely. And which is why India is such a great saver but such a poor investor. If you see some of our blue chip companies, Indians have only kept on selling them over a period of time. And the ownership has already shifted in the hands of foreigners. There's so much of money lying in non-productive assets or assets which are giving below inflation return, and which is why every time you meet a person who is a senior citizen, he says that mere zamane mein rupaye ki value ye thi. That rupaya value has come down because you didn't take care of your wealth in an inflation adjusted manner. If you had bothered about inflation, then certainly you would not be making that dialogue.
Well, so the large part of this show obviously will be experts like you telling people how they can help their money grow into more money.
These are things which have been neglected for way too long. But one thing that I want to focus on, Gaurav, is also that when we go to spend, nowadays we're hearing a lot about missold products. Is that something that a lot of people need to worry about? I mean, could I just trust someone's opinion, or do I need to research that product myself before I buy it?
So, two things. One is missold in a manner where there is manipulation. So facts are not put in front of you and you're being told something, and that's one. Second, mis-selling happens where you actually don't need that product. So your requirement is to buy a house in a year's time, and somebody gives you a product which is a 3-year lock-in. So there is no manipulation. It's just that without realizing your goals, without identifying your need, the person just blindly sold. Now it's very, very important for you. First, I said goals, so know that. And second is, while research could be a little more difficult because we are moving towards more and more complex products, and that's why you need an advisor on your side, but buyer be aware as well. So yeah, you can't escape that completely. So both needs to be looked into.
Okay. Nilesh, will you, as a personal finance expert, have you also advised people on how to spend? For instance, spending on health insurance.
So definitely. There are certain aspects where we have actually pushed people to spend. One is, if you're buying a house, then you please go and take insurance for yourself, because tomorrow if something happens to you, your family will anyway be suffering from the loss of yours, but they should not also suffer the burden of the housing loan which they don't know how to repay. Similarly, on health insurance side, I mean, now with the medical advancement, the lifespan is increasing, your medical cost is increasing, and it's no longer, going to be affordable unless until you have a proper insurance scheme. So at least insurance is something where we have been pushing people to spend, and that spending in some sense is taking a cover for uncertainty, and it's extremely important.
Okay. So Sumaira, in subsequent shows of Money, 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 will be getting you experts on how to earn, save and spend. And in spend, we would include things like how to pick your holiday packages, what is available in terms of basement bargains, or excellent websites where you can spend more economically. So watch out for that part of the show as well. For the moment, it's time for a break, but there are more treats lined up for you, so stay right there.